India's pursuit of modernizing its air force has led to initiation of medium multi-role fighter aircraft MRFA program. This aims to acquire 114 advanced fighter jets. This initiative seeks to address the Indian Air Force's declining squadron strength, which has decreased to 31 from the sanctioned 42 amidst regional security challenges. India is likely to seek bids this year for 114 multi-role fighters. As per the Indian press, this marks a major step in a process to bolster the country's stock of combat aircraft that has gone on for nearly 2 decades. The project is critical for Indian Air Force, whose squadrons of mainly Russian and ex-Soviet aircrafts have fallen to 31 from an approved strength of 42. This comes at a time when rival China is expanding its air force very rapidly. On the sidelines of Aero India 2025, an aerospace exhibition held at Bengaluru, many of the companies who expressed their interest in 2018 when the government last sought the international plane makers to participate in this project. Those same very companies are still in the hunt. The Chinese are inducting modern fighters and Pakistanis are also getting some Chinese support, whereas the Indian Air Force in terms of combat strength is deficient. Potential competitors for the multi-role fighter aircraft MRFA contract include the US defense firms Lockheed Martin and Boeing, Russia's United Aircraft Corporation, French Dassault Aviation, and the Swedish Saab AB. These companies are preparing to supply blueprints, scouting for local partners, and ensuring cost effectiveness for their offerings. The Lockheed Martin is trying to sell F-21, an Indian-specific variant of his widely used F-16 fighter, to New Delhi for the MRFA, which will be 4.5 generation aircraft made in India with a local partner. Very recently, taking everyone by surprise, President Donald Trump said the US would eventually sell India 5th generation F-35 stealth fighters, although Indian Foreign Secretary said afterwards that no formal process has started yet. At this, the Lockheed Martin spokesperson said, "We are encouraged by recent announcements by President Trump to provide the F-35 to India. However, these are government-to-government decisions. We look forward to working closely with both the governments on upcoming strategic procurements." Lockheed builds F-16 wings at a company's joint production facility with India's Tata Group in the southern city of Hyderabad and has plans to use the facility for F-21 jets. The Indian Air Force does not have US fighter jets in its active fleet, but about 50 aircrafts are powered by General Electric engines with 170 more on order. The Russian United Aircraft Corporation may have advanced jets on the offer, including the stealthy Su-57. The Su-57 is a generation ahead of Su-35 and the MiG-35 that were previously on offer for the MRFA and has more powerful engine, avionics and radar systems. Russia has for decades been the main weapon supplier to India, the world's biggest arms exporter. But New Delhi has been diversifying its imports since war in Ukraine hobbled Moscow's ability to supply spares to India. Russia brought the Su-57 to Aero India and offered to make this aircraft in India in informal conversation with the Indian defense officials, saying it could build using local production lines for Su-30s. More than 10 years ago, Russia and India had planned to build Su-57. Then it was called the T-50 in India, but efforts were abandoned. The Swedish Saab, which also intends to compete for MRFA project with its JAS-39 Gripen E jet, has a blueprint for an Indian supply chain, said Kent Ake Molon, head of Gripen India campaign. Molon said he was speaking to potential partners for the project and that Indian officials had given a very positive reception to the aircraft. adding the jet was more cost-effective than its peers. The MRFA project is a continuation of an uncompleted acquisition of 126 jets that started in 2007 but was withdrawn in 2015 after Modi's government decided to buy 36 Rafale jets from Dassault Aviation in a government-to-government deal. The Rafale is also a potential competitor in the future MRFA project. Parallel to international collaborations, India is advancing its indigenous fighter aircraft development through the Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft or the AMCA program. The AMCA aims to produce a fifth-generation stealth multi-role fighter aircraft with a mass production planned to commence by 2033-34. This initiative reflects India's commitment to achieving self-reliance in defense technology.